all chat, live chat. Refresh. Select the stream. Copy it, share it, put it over here. Hello, blue sky. Hello. Hello, blue sky. Here, right here. Bam. Okay. Go collect it all. And then post it. And then go to Facebook and do the same. The same. Facebook, the same. Man, my poor neighbors. Okay, next. Post. Okay. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Back to game. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Hello. So yes, you know what? I decided to forego the PBR aspect of the shade of the texture pack of the resource pack because I think it was causing a lot of problems, more problems than it was solving. So and I've come back to this one, and it works out pretty good. With just letting making a few adjustments. Anyways, I'm changing my diet from cows to pigs because I don't need the leather, and cows need wheat, and I need the wheat for other things than feeding cows. And I can use carrots to feed pigs, and carrots I can harvest with a fortune pickaxe and get a lot of get the fortune effect, and so I get more carrots per harvest than I do wheat. So it behooves me to switch to an animal that can feed me. I don't need the skins anymore, but I do need the meat. So this is gonna get me some food. Yay! Do you want to witness the mass culling? No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, hey, let me do this one. Yo, chat, what's up? Say something. Woo. Okay. Okay. There's that part of Minecraft and this part. Let's come up here. Let's come up here. I'm not using lossless scaling or this time. I'm going back to the AMD stuff, and I'm gonna check that out and see how this runs and see if it crashes or anything. Yeah, I more or less finished the wool farm. I finished the wool farm. All the colors of the rainbow. And it's all picked up by a nice clean rail line that is mostly invisible, mostly behind the scenes, where it goes and dumps off the stuff into this item sorter, which I might tweak a bit more, but for now that's okay. Yeah. So there's that, right? That's what I've been working on. No. That took a long time. Believe it or not, it took a long time. A lot of effort. And it took a lot of redstone too. So in like another long thing I did was go hunting for resources again. Down in the mines. And even in the deep mines. And what I find out is that like it's the big anxiety I have of going on mining trips is finding my way home. Every time that was an issue. Finding my way home. Like when I first started playing Minecraft, or not first, but I guess kind of first, but like um I was playing Minecraft. Oh man, this is gonna go forever. I picked the wrong direction. Let's go back this way. When I switched to Bedrock, that's where the big change happened. When I switched to Bedrock, there's no F3, so you couldn't find your coordinates no matter what. And my draw distance was really low to match my cousin's computer. So that when I'm like, hey, do you see that thing over there? He's not going, no, I don't see anything. It's just gray fog. So I lowered my view distance to his. And moving around with no coordinates and low view distance is terrifying. It's terrifying. Because because it's super easy to lose your way home. It's really easy. If you can't see far away, it's easy to lose your way home. Without coordinates. And there was no way of getting coordinates on Bedrock back then. So I remember my first excursion. I'm like, I need to find a swamp biome to get slime balls to make sticky pistons. And there was like no map or anything. I just had to wander and like hope I found something, and then I hope I can find my way back. Like it was terrifying. Ooh, it's dark. Oh! That's funny. So yeah, like not like the scariest part of Minecraft is finding your way back home. And even now, right? Like I have coordinates and stuff, but I have to like take all the time. Yeah, like I have to take the time to be able to find my way back. And that sucks. So a really, really neat machine, an invention that that the Minecraft Redstone community discovered were stasis chambers. They discovered this a long time ago. Like a long time ago. I just never like looked into it. But stasis chambers allow you to oh, wait a minute. What if I just refuse to go on the adventure and keep going? That makes it easier. I can talk. Stasis chambers allow you to basically teleport home. Like you build a stasis chamber, and then you go off to anywhere in the world, and then when you want to go home, you just like throw, you either lay in bed or you throw an ender pearl. So I'm like, that's great. That means you could wander. I can wander as far as and as long as I want. Never have to stress about getting home. Like I can't die, right? But I mean, like I don't want to die and lose all my stuff because I'll lose all my stuff. I won't be able to find it again. But a stasis chamber means I don't have to make the long ass journey to come home, and that takes out all the anxiety of going home after a long adventure. Because I can do it like instantaneously, anytime I want. The only thing limiting me is my own fatigue of wandering, or my limited inventory, which can be fixed if I get shulker boxes. So, like, it's absurd. Yay, redstone! I need redstone. Imagine that. Alright, well. Yeah, that path is gone. Alright. Yeah, I just need to make that machine. That way I don't have to worry about anything. I can just go wandering, 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 and when I get tired, I go home. Easy, easy. See, like I Oh my god, I'm gonna get so lost. Wah 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 wah. Ugh. Don't jump on the spikes. So I don't have enough torches for this. Like, to go wandering forever. My mouse. Look at that. You see? Like, my mouse just like stops working or something. I don't know what's wrong with it. I turned off hags. I wonder if that's the problem. But if I use hags, it crashes. HAGS is an acronym for Hardware Accelerated Graphics Scheduling. It's not a slur. Hardware Accelerated Graphics Scheduling. For some reason, my card crashes, or like, I think AMD cards crash when you use it. To be honest, the card is pretty busy running a lot of stuff. Like, have you ever seen that movie, The Matrix? Here, let me download that clip before I talk about it. I gotta find it first, and I'm never gonna find it again. It was hilarious. Was it 404 Media? 404 4 Media. There you are. Da 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 da. See. No, man. I saw there was a clip. I'm never gonna find it again. There was a clip of a Doge employee trying to explain. No, actually, not trying to explain. Trying to dodge. He was trying to dodge. Oh, I'm fading. Look at I'm fading. Oh no. Filters. Chroma key. I'm fading. What a world. What a world. Ooh, hey. Find the balance. There, it's pretty balancy. Okay. pretty balancy. I'm never gonna find it again. I should have saved that clip before I did anything. How did he review it? Should I download here? Let me grab this one from 404 Media. If they're sharing it, I should be checking it out, right? Doesn't that make sense? All right, here, I'm gonna download it. Look at this amazing, like, man, what a world we live in nowadays. I can like download a fucking video whilst uploading my own video at the same time. That's insane. Like, we're in the future, man. Hey, let's see this.
You don't regret that people might have lost important income to support their lives?
No. I think it was more important to reduce the federal deficit from $2 trillion to close to zero.
Right. Did you reduce the federal deficit?
No, we didn't.
This is a...
So, this kid right here, right? He's responsible, or he's partly responsible for this kid. He made way more money than I did. He comes from a rich family. He's responsible for firing like thousands upon thousands of people from their job, like just ending their career, and they did nothing wrong. He just decided he wanted to, and he justifies it by saying it was necessary. And he's asked, "Do you regret that?" He's like, "No, I don't regret that." He's like, "I don't feel bad about that." I'm like, "Oh, why don't you feel bad about the fact that you ended these people's, like, wrecked these people's lives?" And he says, "Because it was necessary in order to reduce the federal deficit." And so the next logical question was, all right, so if you did it to reduce the federal deficit, like, did you succeed in your goal? And he said no. He said no. Despite firing people from their job for no fucking reason and wrecking their lives, completely wrecking their lives to achieve a goal that he didn't achieve, he still doesn't feel bad about it. He was like, "I don't even care." He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. Man. All right, hold on, keep going.
History of the HIV/AIDS prison movement and its legacies in the United States. My book project narrates how activists fought the convergence of HIV/AIDS and incarceration from inside and outside prisons across the Reagan through Clinton years, and argues that this organizing holds legacies in the prison abolition movement of the 1990s to today. This is one of the grants that you or Mr. Fox identified as craziest at NEH, is that right?
That's right.
Why did you identify this as one of the craziest grants?
Because it references feminist and queer insights into prison abolition and LGBTQ studies.
Any other reasons?
No.
So, because it features insights from groups he doesn't like, from specific groups, feminists and queer people, he's like, we were justified in terminating this grant, this whole study, because the people we didn't like these people. Man, that's called racism. But it's like sanitized because it's legal, but it's not legal. That's why he's being deposed. So consequences are coming.
Examining military service from the margins, the complicated service discussion series will bring together veterans and community members to examine the experiences of service members who identify themselves as female, Black, Native American, LGBTQ, or an immigrant, the dynamics, reasoning, and strength behind serving a country that does not always serve you in return. Did I read that correctly?
Yes.
You and Mr. Fox identified this as one of the craziest grants at NEH?
Yes, it appears so.
Why did you do that?
Because it explicitly says LGBTQ.
Do you have any history in, like, let's say...
So it was the craziest because it explicitly mentioned LGBTQ. So because it references a particular group of people, it is the craziest, according to this guy. And he ended people's careers over it. Like, imagine you had a mortgage, you were taking care of kids, you were raising a family, you fucking went to college, you have this huge debt that you're trying to pay down, but like you got a good job, you know, serving the fucking American people and doing a great job, and all of a sudden this kid comes along and says, "No, you're fired." Because we don't like this group. And you mentioned this group in your grant, so you lose your job. You're fired. Man, that's...
Scholarly peer review?
No.
Okay. So, but this judgment call was made by you and your personal judgment combined with Justin's personal judgment to cancel grants based on DEI?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, does this guy not have a lawyer? Holy shit! Like, what are you doing, kid? I mean, like, yeah, he's a piece of shit, but man, he's pretty much like, just like going down. He's going down. Like, it's painful to watch. Like, he doesn't even realize it. Hold on, let me get the stuff and go back to safety, and then I'll advance. Like, it's a huge cave. I can't handle it right now, right? Okay.
Do you think it's inappropriate in any way that someone in their 20s with no experience with grants or federal government was making personal judgment calls about what grants to cancel?
Actually, no, I don't think it's inappropriate.
Okay. Why not?
Objection.
And he keeps talking.
I think a person can have enough judgment from reading books and being well informed outside of traditional experience to make judgment calls about obvious things like a grant that literally lists DEI in its description to know whether it violates an executive order.
I'm sorry, I'm saying books because you said books. What books would you have read that would have informed your opinion on what grants to cancel based on DEI? Or
there were no books.
You don't regret that people might have lost...
This guy is... Right. Remember, for them, it's more important to be loyal than it is to be competent. Loyal to Donald Trump. Loyal to white supremacy. I mean, because that's what it is, right? Like, they'll say DEI and LGBTQ and all this other stuff, but what they're really saying is multiracial democracy. They don't want multiracial democracy. They want white supremacy. And they dress it up in legal terms and through an executive order, but we know what all that's about, right? The executive order is coming from an executive that's explicitly racist. So what else do we got? Like, can I find here? That, like, that's not the one, right? But that's hilarious. There's another one. I'm just gonna keep scrolling, right? Scrolling. until I find it. I have no idea. I might have passed. I didn't pass it up. I would have recognized his. I would have seen his face and been like, "Bam, that's it." But no, no, it is not to be so. Do do do, do do do, do do do. Okay, I can't. I'm not gonna find it. Facepalm. Frank Bona. Frank Bona in Facebook mentioned me in a comment 17 minutes ago. Nothing is free here in Oregon. Da da dum. Now, there's free and there's free. See, okay, oh, that brings me to a great point. No, actually, that's fantastic. Thanks, Frank Bofa. That brings me to a great point. So yesterday, the group that I hang out with, the group that, you know, the word was spread at the last protest at in Salem on I think it's Liberty Street. I forget where it's at. It's right next to like the Salem Saturday Market. It's pretty close to it. Anyways, the word was out that we're shifting messages from abolish ICE to end the war, to no war. And I'm like, okay, that's great. So I made it because the sign, my abolish ICE sign, was dying. I needed a new sign. So I made a new sign that said, on one side it said make love, and on the other side it said no war. Like it had war with a big cross, like a red like don't do it sign. And on top of it I said go home Aries, because Aries, the god of war, right? Like go home. We don't want war. Go home. So, yeah. So I was there, and I have a megaphone, so I'm out there saying, "Make love, not war. Make love, not war. Make love, not war." And it's an old saying, right? It's been since around the 60s. And a dad was there with his kid, and the kid asked the dad, "What does that mean to make love?" And I didn't hear what the dad said, but the dad, when he left and I said like goodbye to the dad, he was not happy with me. He did not look happy with me. And I think that is tied, that is exactly tied, that's exactly tied to the issue with the trans movement. People have with trans movement. In both of those instances, people sexualize something that is not sexual. People sexualize, gender is not sexual. Gender is gender. Right? It's not sexual. It's gender. Love, likewise, is not sexual. I mean, it can be, but it's not exclusively sexual. To make love is not necessarily exclusively sexual. Like, just like being trans has nothing to do with sexuality. It has entirely to do with gender. And people have a problem like distinguishing it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Why? I don't know. Je ne sais pas. Oh no. Oh no, I'm out of torches. I'm done. No more torches for me. Steal one of these guys and go home. See? This is where a stasis chamber would come in handy. Um, but yeah, dude, making love is like making war, has a multitude of expressions. Like, I was thinking about it. As I was making that sign, I was literally making love. I'm not making that sign to make profit. I'm not making that sign for personal glory. I I'm I'm recognizing the shitty state of the world, and I'm sending out fucking information into the world to transform that world into the vision I want, which is make people making more love and less war. I don't want war. War is the opposite of love. Like, I don't want it. So, like, there were people out there at the protest who brought a sound system and they played music. That's making love, right? They were filling the sound with positive vibes and good vibes, and it made everyone feel good who was listening, and it was great, and it aligned our energies, and people were singing along, and it was good. It was good, right? That's another way of making love. Someone was out there handing out stickers. That's another way of making love. Like, I know Salem Soup Squad is out there, and they, like, every week they're out there feeding the people, our houseless population in the park. People who were like totally forgotten by everyone else. They're out there feeding them. That's a way of making love. There's lots of ways of making love. You know what? There's also lots of ways of making war. That fucking little kid, that 20-year-old kid who admitted responsibility for ending the careers of thousands of people over an ideology that his racist fucking boss didn't want. That's a way of making war. They're making war by fucking taking away people's livelihoods. You're making war. You're making it harder for them to exist and prosper. That's a way that's a form of warfare. I mean, it's not the nuclear bombs and shit and the soldiers marching, but kinda he's a soldier, right? He's a soldier carrying out his written orders. They keep referencing the EO like it's a fucking military order or something. All right, here let's see what else I can pull up. I was sitting on the corner. Oh yeah, da da da. Here, I want to just show you this one real quick. Bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna do this. Snip, 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 snippity, snip, snip. The Austin Chronicle this comes from the Austin Chronicle. Texas was on the cutting edge of lab-grown meat until the state banned it. Lawsuit would undo Texas ban that blocked Austin sushi restaurant from selling cultivated salmon. Oh my goodness. I would love cultivated salmon. Like, I would love it. I would love it. If they can make it really good, I would love it. Here's a picture. Let me show you the picture of it. I would prefer salmon spawn as much as possible because they're under threat. Here's a picture of the cultivated salmon. That's what it looks like. Right? It looks, pretty good. I'm sure when you cut it up and it tastes really good. And the best part is no salmon had to die in order for this to be made. You made all these chunks of salmon, no salmon taken out of the rivers. All the salmon stay in the rivers for the bears and for themselves and for everything. Like, the less we take out of nature, the better. Like, the same thing with meat, right? They can cultivate meat. They can cultivate beef and chicken in a lab. Think about how much better that is in every single aspect of it. Like, when you grow a cow, you basically grow a cow in unsanitary outdoor conditions filled with shit and parasites. That you have to pump the cows full of antibiotics so they don't get sick. Any of the animals, right? The bird flu was going around and killing massive numbers of fucking birds. Like, like I wonder if that was cultivated in a fucking factory farm. It's like because birds are put into cramped, stressful, shitty conditions, and we grow a whole ass bird and throw away most of it. Like, we can't use the beaks, we can't use the eyes, the brains, we can't use that stuff, the bones. I mean, maybe we could, but like, generally no, man. Like, we throw away most of it. Like most of the animal, we grow a whole animal when all you want is the meat. So, and you do it in unsanitary conditions, which requires massive amounts of antibiotics, which breeds super diseases, which and fucking wreck things even more. To grow the animals, it takes a shit ton of space and crops. Most of the food grown in the United States is not for humans, it's for fucking animals. We grow most of our food for animals to eat, so then we can eat the animals. Like, isn't that dumb? Isn't that stupid? Like, it's just dumb. It's dumb to grow food to feed animals, to kill the animals, to eat the animals. Like, it's dumb. It's a waste of energy the entire way around. And it'd be way better to cultivate the meat in a fucking laboratory that's sterile. It's sterile. There's nothing growing in there. It's sterile. You fucking grow it perfectly every time. You don't grow anything you don't need. You don't grow anything you don't need. You don't grow the fucking hooves, you don't grow the bones, you don't grow the liver, you don't grow the brains or the eyes, the teeth, the stomach, you don't grow any of that. You just grow the meat, what you're gonna eat. And it's sterile. No fucking hormones. Well, I mean, like, I don't know how they grow it, right? But I'm sure there's less antibiotics. And then the space you need to do it is way less. You don't need massive farms growing a shit ton of food that you're just gonna feed to cows and then to slaughter them. Like, I'm growing all these carrots so I can slaughter pigs. Like, right? So like, wouldn't it be better all this time and energy to slaughter pigs just to get the meat? Wouldn't it be better if I could just fucking grow the meat in a petri dish with the electricity and a fraction of the resources that are required to grow a real pig? Like a fraction of the land required to grow a real pig. So this is freaking out Republicans, right? Republicans are really, really, really into preserving the oligarchies and old systems. Like if a rich person spent the time and energy to create a monopoly on a system, they hate to lose that monopoly. And ranchers have spent fucking, like, they conquered all this land and killed all these people, committed all these sins to consolidate and control the fucking meat market, the meat system. And now you got these people coming in who want to grow the same product, but with none of the capital costs. They're gonna decimate you. They're gonna decimate your old-timey industry. So all the ranchers have called up their Republican Congress people, and you think of ranchers as being like a few, like, independent, like a bunch of independent, like, hardy, like, people. No, man, it's basically super rich families, a few super rich families that control the vast amount of it. and oh, I killed all the pigs. Shit. I needed to keep a little bit one alive. Well, now I have to do a search for pigs, but that's all right. Anyways, like, they called up the Republican Congress people and said, "Hey, stop this before this ruins our monopoly," and that's what's happening. So all over in Republican-controlled states, Confederate-controlled states, they're banning um, they're banning um, lab-grown meat. It would decimate the oligarchs. They can't have it. Or they can't have it. Same thing with ranked choice voting. Ranked choice voting is a way of making our vote more powerful. Like the main issue, like we have an issue in the United States, and that is that we have a two-party system, and that system, that two-party system, makes it so that our vote can be manipulated even more than it already is. Like, if you vote for a third party under our current system, what happens is you help the party that you are furthest from and hurt the parties that you're closest to. Like, it's not by design. They didn't mean for it to happen that way, but like they didn't know of any better way when they first started, you know? It seemed to make sense when they first started it. Uh, anyways, and it's hard to play this game and talk at the same time. I can't do it. Here, take all these torches. See, it was the lack of torches that did me in, and food, but really torches. I mean, I could solve that problem had I just ascended to like a higher level and found coal, but I didn't. I came home consolidated. Raw. Oh no. All right. I think the next thing I have to do is make a resin farm. I need to farm resin. That's easy. All I have to do is go out there. I mean, like literally build a glass path out here, away from this. Or actually, maybe I can do it. Well, yeah, probably a glass path. Make a glass path. Probably this way. Back towards. Make a glass path out that way a bit, and then make a little farm so where nothing can spawn. Or I can do it here. I can just, well, you need a stairs up 16. I need to be 16 height above. Or I can just build it down there. So, I don't know. I don't know. Yay! Everything is as it should be. You can't see any entities. The entities are gone. But they're still there. Is the redstone gonna like change or no? Does it change? Is the redstone still working? That's my question. I don't know. If it doesn't work, then my farm isn't collecting any stuff. So here, options, video settings, simulation distance. Go 8. Okay. It should be working now. Yeah, see, it was off and then it was back on. Yeah, now it's working. Okay. What else do I got? Yeah. So I was going off on fucking on meat. Oh yeah, then yeah, I was transitioning to say the same. They're doing the same thing about ranked choice voting. That they're taking away ranked choice voting from Republican controlled places before it could even get out of the gate. Like, we need a lot of reforms to fix our government if we're gonna continue. One of the first ones we need to do is to increase the size of the Supreme Court in order to drown out the two losers who are well, at least two of the corrupt judges, and then implement term limits for Supreme Court justices, so that, or age limits. I think term limits might be better, but maybe not. Maybe age limits. I don't know. So yeah, what else is going on? Let's see. Michigan synagogue attackers' relatives killed in recent airstrike. So there was that guy who rammed his car into a synagogue in Michigan, and turns out his family was killed by Israelis in Palestine. So the guy equated Jewish people with the state of Israel, which, like, it's not really the same. They're not the same. They're not. What do you mean it's not really? They're not at all the same. It's not at all the same. Like, keep reminding yourself. I have to keep reminding myself. Keep reminding yourself. The Jewish people and the state of Israel are two separate entities. They're two separate things. The only people who want to conflate the Jewish state with not the Jewish state, the Israeli state with the Jewish people are anti-Semites and Zionists. They want it for different reasons, but they agree. They both agree that they want to conflate, they want to mix up, they want to combine the Jewish people with the state of Israel, because the proponents of the state of Israel want to say that it is a Jewish ethno-state. And that's not the case. That's not true. I mean, well, maybe it's true, but that's bad. A Jewish ethno-states are bad. Because by definition, an ethno-state has to restrict rights of non-preferred ethnicities. I mean, that's what is white supremacy here in the United States. And the definition of whiteness is always in flux. Like, it was conflated for a while to mean skin color. But anymore, we realize it's not actually skin color, it's actually privilege. So, yeah, don't conflate the state of Israel with the Jewish people. They are two separate entities. Sure, there can be Jewish people who support the state of Israel. Sure, there could be, right? But they're not the same thing as the state of Israel. Don't mix up the two. Only Zionists and anti-Semites want you to mix up the two. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, the Proud Boys are in court, or were in court. And their lawyer posted into the documents, the court documents, this exhibit. Oh, shitty. Let's see. This exhibit. Exhibit list exhibit donor list number 50. Tario, Henry Enrique Tario, which is he's the leader. He was the leader. I mean, he still is the leader of the Proud Boys. Proud Boys are like a brown shirt type of terrorist organization here in the United States. It's like a gang. They're like a gang, and they came to a head on January 6th, where the Proud Boys infrastructure was used to mobilize people to January 6th, to be part of the mob and cover their push to invade the Capitol and overthrow the government. He was convicted of seditious conspiracy, which means a conspiracy to overthrow the government. He was convicted of it, and he was and he was in prison, and then Donald Trump pardoned him. Because, criminals, right? The criminals won. The criminals won. They got all the racist people together and said, "Hey, racist people, save us." And anyways, so these were a list of all the people who donated to the Proud Boys, and they redacted the email addresses of the people by drawing a black box on it. But the black box that the attorneys drew over the court documents, for some reason, didn't obliterate the email addresses. You can still copy paste the email address and then read them like plain text. So now we have lists of donations and email addresses of people who donated to the Proud Boys. Proud Boys are a domestic terror organization for white supremacy. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's out there. It's easy to find. Yeah. So Donald Trump is now stuck in the Iran war, the Iran war. He wants to get out. He wants to get out and say, "We're done. We're finished. It's over." He says, like, "I've already spent a bunch of money shooting missiles at you. Now it's over. Now we're finished." And Iran, a country that's, like Persia, has existed, a culture that's existed for thousands of years, is like, "No, we're just getting started." Oh shit. So I don't know, right? I don't know. Donald Trump, like, there's a reason why past presidents didn't attack Iran. There was a reason. It's a big reason why. And you're looking at it right now. It's because, like, if you look at that region, it's like the heart of the world, the heart of the world's economy. Like, so much energy and and resources move through that area. It's like having a global heart attack. And Donald Trump is trying to find a way to, like, say, oh yeah, it's over, it's over. And I don't know if he's going to be successful. Which sucks, right? I want war to stop. I want no more war to be. But, like, how are we going to achieve that anymore? No one can trust the Trump administration. They fucking lie about everything. They break every fucking deal. They break every law. There's no reason. There's no reason to do any kind of deal with the Trump administration. If you're a Democrat, it doesn't matter what deal you make, because Donald Trump would be like, no, I'm just not going to award that money. He's just not going to abide by the terms of the deal. He's already done it, right? He's already broken all these previous agreements. Why would Democrats agree to anything with Donald Trump when he just breaks the fucking law anyways? Same thing with our European partners. Why would they fucking make any deal with us when the Trump administration is just going to break them? Same thing with our enemies. Like, Iran made a deal with Obama, and it was a good deal, right? It was a good deal. But Donald Trump comes in and breaks the deal immediately. So why would Iran make any deal with Donald Trump? Like, Donald Trump, like, murders their generals out of nowhere. Donald Trump just attacks them, breaks all the deals that you've already made. Why would they even deal with Donald Trump? See, that's the other side of being a fucking bully, is that, like, now you got no credibility. No one's gonna fucking listen to you. One of the tankers that Donald Trump's forces, a Venezuelan tanker. Donald Trump seized a Venezuelan tanker and said, oh yeah, this is a win. Right? But now, because the United States has possession of the tanker, they're responsible for the tanker. And the tanker was in such shitty condition that the United States had to pay like $43 million to fucking keep the ship afloat and up to standard and docked. In the meantime, you know how much the ship is worth? It's only worth $10 million. So the United States is like paying to upgrade the Venezuelan like shipping fleet that was dilapidated and falling apart. Like, this administration is the dumbest fucking, like, you know, there's an old Greek, like ancient Greeks. The ancient Greeks knew about this. They called it hubris. It was hubris. It's hubris. Hubris is arrogance. That's what it comes down to. Is catastrophic arrogance. And that was the downfall of Athens. Well, that's like the downfall of a lot of heroic Greeks. It was their hubris, their pride and arrogance was their downfall. The ancient Greeks managed to create a great alliance between them and a lot of the other Greek city-states. And it greatly profited Athens to have this alliance. They were equals, but Athens was first among equals. And by working together, by cooperating, all these Greek city-states managed to have freedom, to secure their freedom from the Persian Empire, from other empires. They were the masters of their own destiny. And Athens became more and more like powerful and rich, and the nature of their power changed. Like, it used to be that city-states would donate men to the Athenian army to go do stuff. And it started changing from men to money. They would just donate money instead of men. And then Athens became more and like less adhered to I don't know, man. What am I talking about? I'm going too far off. But Athens made a stupid choice. Like, Athens decided to attack Syracuse. Like, it was in a war with Sparta, and it fought to a standstill. And instead of like recuperating and just like reinvesting in itself, instead of doing that, it raised an army to go attack Syracuse on the other side of the Mediterranean, of the islands. It was like far away from where the Greeks were. It was a long ass journey for the Athenians to travel all the way to Syracuse just to fucking sack their city and take control of their city. To take control of their resources, to basically expand their empire, right? They were and when they did so, because they had hubris, they were so sure of their capabilities and of their of victory. They were so sure of their superiority that they ignored Sparta and went all the way over to Syracuse. And once in Syracuse, their whole investment, their whole army, their whole navy got fucking wrecked. They lost everything. So Athens had nothing. And in a few years, Sparta's like, all right, time to start up the war again. And then Athens lost that war against Sparta. And then, so Sparta was king for a little while, but Sparta was like a shitty kind of empire. They didn't have an innovation. They were backwards. They're pretty much backwards. It's culturally backwards, the Spartans. And it wasn't long until the Persians came back, and the Persians just fucking took over everything. And Athens and the Greek states were never free again. The Greek city-states. That was the end. I mean, they still existed, but like never as like an independent empire. So that hubris, the hubris of the Athenians to like basically harass their allies. They would harass their allies. They took advantage of the relationship. Just the same way that Donald Trump is taking advantage of the relationship with the European nations and other allies. Donald Trump is and with Mexico and Canada. It's hubris, the way and arrogance, the way he just abuses the relationship. It's hubris and arrogance to think that he can just march into Iran and start a war and expect that he'll win real quick. It's fucking crazy. It's arrogance. It's catastrophic arrogance that's going to lead to the downfall of the United States, just like the hubris led to the downfall of Athens, the Athenian Empire and Athenian democracy. It's the same hubris. We haven't fucking learned shit. We're just repeating the same thing that we made, the same mistake that we made last time. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. And what's going on right now is rhyming with the downfall of Athenian democracy. Like, maybe we can change it. Maybe we'll do a fucking crazy change up. I don't know. I'm not a music guy. I don't know how to do that. But like, that sounds like the rhyme that we're moving into right now. Is the same thing that happened to Athens is going to happen to us. We started a war on the other side of the world for no reason. We're gonna fucking sap all our strength, and then our real enemy is gonna come back, and we'll be too weak to stop it. I mean, I think really the last check is gonna be this election. If we don't start yanking back the government away from the fascists, we'll never do it. Like if we can't take control of at least one of the houses, then it's over. And then if we can't get rid of Donald Trump in 2028, it's over. If a Republican takes control in 2028, it's over. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that. But I doubt there's no way a Republican takes the presidency in 2028. There's no way. Otherwise, the country's over. I mean, we're kind of moving in that direction anyways. Young Republican men are decidedly more fascist than their older counterparts. So for young Republican men, they're getting more fascist, not less. And the way our democracy and our government, our republic is structured right now, it doesn't have enough democracy. It doesn't reflect the people. It has very little relation with the desires of the people. The policies that come out of the government have very little to do with the policies desired by the people. So that tells you that our government is no longer fucking working. And needs to be fixed. The way you fix it is adding more democracy. How do you add more democracy? Well, one way is by getting ranked choice voting, making our vote stronger. That's a great way to do it. Another way would be to repeal Citizens United, but that's policy, and that starts getting hard for people to understand. Basically, get money back out of politics. Like, I'm not saying anything new, but... So I went to the Salem Saturday Market protest, or not the Salem Saturday Market, but just the protest next to the Salem Saturday Market, near it, not next to it, but near it. And yeah, it's been interesting. That first guy who showed up with the anti-Christian sign isn't there anymore. He didn't come back. Like last week, a Latino guy with a red hat was there, and he was kind of mean mugging me for a bit. But I was like, there's nothing overtly right-wing about him. He's not carrying a sign. He's not really doing anything. He's not saying anything. Whatever. I ignored him and like held my sign. And then this past weekend, in the same spot, was another guy, but this time he was a white guy. But this time he wasn't even have a red hat. The other guy had a red hat, but it was an Angels hat. So it was like, okay, whatever. Not a Trump hat. This white guy this time standing there held no sign, interacted with nobody, was just standing there. Hey, he was wearing glasses, so I'm wondering if they were those Ray-Ban glasses or those spy glasses they have now. I don't know, but he was just standing there, not interacting with anybody, not holding a sign. Like, so I don't know. Paranoia, paranoia, everybody's coming to get me. I had some like great isn't that nice? That's kind of cool. I like that. Wah, 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 wah. And then the item sorter back here. Do I even need this? Pretty neat, pretty neat. I should put a door here or something, but hee 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 hee. That's cool. I like that. What else do I got? Loving is what I got. I said, remember that. Loving is what I got. RAM prices. I want to get like I get enough crashes that I kind of want a new computer. Mainly because I have little tiny things that I'm annoyed with. Like I don't have enough storage space. And yeah, I don't have enough storage space. And even though my processor and video card are great, I kind of want a 5080 for the technologies. But I don't really need them. They don't really, like, what am I using them for? I don't even use it. Like, it wouldn't do any different from Minecraft. It wouldn't, there'd be, like, no point. Anyways. RAM prices are crazy right now, though, so... And they're not going to get any better to, like, 2028. So, I guess I'm sticking with this thing for a while. I was looking at like a professional like built computer, like it's like $6,000. I'm like, damn, $5,000. Like, holy shit, $6,000. What would I do with all that power? I'm not saying anything. I'm not doing anything either. So I should probably end it. Alright, well, it held up pretty good. How long have I been going? For an hour. And it didn't crash. No one talked to me, so I don't have anything to say, I guess. The rain. Here comes the rain again. Falling on my head like a memory. Wait, no. Is that the word? I don't know. Alright, well, fuck fascism. Fuck fascism! Make love, not war. And there are many ways to make love. Many ways. Many ways. Alright, until next time, peace. But go get her out to stop.